Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Home Studio Simplified channel. This is the channel where it all happens, folks. So glad to have you here. If this is your first time here, congratulations, you've stumbled across some awesomeness, not because of me, but because of all of the awesome people that make up this community that we've been building here slowly, steadily, surely. And it's just full of a lot of cool people. So if you're wondering, what is this all about? Then I'm here to inform you that this channel exists to simplify the complexities of the home studio and to help you make more professional sounding music in a less than professional space. The motto around here is that we can dream alone, we can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more. All right. Looks like we got Greenwood Jr. in here, and I'm pretty sure he's been to the channel before, but this is the first time in a live stream. Let's give him a big round of applause. Good for being in here. And it looks like I've seen another first-timer back here. Let's see. Scrolling back through the comments here just to make sure. Oh, 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Good to have you here, by the way. And of course, we got some awesome regulars like DJ Big Red 81, Mob the Gamer, and Jurgen is even up in this chat. So that's awesome. Leon Banks is here. Good to see you, buddy. Micah is here. Awesome. Man, you guys rock. Let's do this. Oh, Kamikaze Shots is up in the chat. Good deal. Well, thank you, Greenwood. I appreciate that. So let's give a big shout out to some other awesome individuals who have seen some value here on the channel and have decided to sponsor the channel through a monthly donation, whether that be through Patreon, the YouTube memberships, or the VIP memberships with. Also, we got some super chatters here at the bottom. These are some awesome individuals who have just donated a one-time donation to the super chat feature that's found here on this wonderful platform. Looks like Herky Acuff just joined us. Good deal. Awesome. Good to see you here, buddy. So thank you to each and every one of you who have helped to keep the channel's lights on, so to speak. Obviously this stuff is, it's not free. So thank you all so much for helping me to not only pay for the bandwidth and the website hosting and all of that, but also you're helping to fund more giveaways, which we're about ready to unveil another line of giveaways that I think you guys are really going to like. More to come on that, but let's go ahead and give a quick shout out to a sponsor real quick. Not just any sponsor, but the main sponsor of this channel, a good friend of mine and one of my favorite online mentors over at his community at the ProMix Academy. Today's video is sponsored in part by the ProMix Academy. The ProMix Academy offers affordable courses from mentors, world-class engineers, Grammy winners, and multi-platinum selling producers. And with the resources available on the ProMix Academy, you can learn how to create radio-ready mixes from the comfort of your own home studio. Most of the courses also offer multi-tracks that you can then add to your portfolio and begin to build out your business. Follow the link in the description of this video to head on over to the ProMix Academy today and start learning the skills that are needed to take your hobby or your business to the next level. Awesome. Welcome to each of you who have just chimed in. Mario, and I'm going to probably mispronounce this name. I'm going to say Jord. Yet again, a couple of first-timers, so congratulations. Thank you so much for stopping by. Now, this today is a little bit different from what we would normally do as far as some content here on the channel, but this is, I believe, one of the most needful things that we do here on the channel, in the sense that we have a monthly song contest. If you were not aware of that, every single month, the awesome individuals in this community will upload a song into a folder that I have predefined, and you can actually find the link for that in the description of the video if you want to figure out how to get involved in that. And close enough, he says. And but every single month they upload their songs at the beginning of the month or throughout the month. So for instance, the April song contest is in full swing right now. So April 1st all the way until the last week of April, you have time to submit a song. We then, at the last week of the month, we all hop on, we listen to those songs. I provide my own professional feedback on them, as well as some awesome individuals here in the chat will give you their feedback on it. It's always constructive. It's never destructive. It's always helpful. People have taken a lot away from that. Oh, awesome. Mob the Gamer is 13 months in. Awesome. At the intern level. So he's been sponsoring this channel for over 13 months. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. So essentially then, once we have listened to all of them, we've given our feedback, then I choose a winner. And I have to say it's getting harder and harder to do this. Oh, man. The last round of submissions, it was crazy. There's so many talented individuals in this community. But I chose today's song because there's some specific things that I wanted to accentuate in this song and show you guys how to do it. And so then, if that individual is okay with it, which in this sense he was, what we do is you actually sort of check that box on the form whenever you upload your submission, and you say, yes, I'm okay with you mixing this live for everyone to see if I am chosen as the winner. And so we come back on for a follow-up video to the song contest in sort of the first couple of weeks of the next month. And then we actually will do a live mixing session of the winner. So the winner gets a free mix and master, and everybody gets to learn. So it's a win-win. Along those same lines, though, we are going to be starting to do a little bit more VIP related stuff. And thank you so much, 𝗏𝗏. I appreciate that, buddy. It's because of awesome people like you that we've made it to 40,000 subscribers today. I'm so elated. I'm set back. I honestly, on my heels, I'm not even sure. I never would have thought that we'd reached that number this quickly. I knew we were going to keep growing because I just seen the awesome community that was being formed. But I didn't think we was going to just catapult into where we are now. So I'm not complaining. It's really good for everybody involved, because then it allows me to have a little bit more leverage when I reach out to companies and say, hey, we want to have some giveaways, which, by the way, whenever we reach 50,000 subscribers, we are going to be having a pretty substantial giveaway. I'm already in the works right now of getting some plugin companies on board. I want to make sure that I get something too that will be universal. Plugins are universal. I can give you guys download links, and you can download them wherever you're located in the States or across the world. So going to try to do that. We're also going to maybe try to look at some physical prizes this time around. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to it, and I want to also really just take this time right now to thank each and every one of you. I would not be where I'm at today if it was not for you guys. I really do appreciate all of your support. I appreciate every single video that you like, comment, and share on. You don't realize just how much that helps, especially sharing, because I can share my stuff out, you know, to 100 different places, and I'm going to look like a 𝗧𝗵𝗲 because they're going to be like, oh, it's just self-promotion. But when you guys start to share the stuff, it no longer is self-promotion. Now you're just promoting that community. You're promoting that channel organically. So the more that you can do that, I would greatly appreciate it. In fact, I'm going to start incentivizing that here real soon. So for everybody that shares, I'm going to incentivize that. I can actually check on my Facebook and on my Instagram and see who has shared what. And individuals that are sharing my videos and are sharing my content more, they're going to get some extra like little nuggets every once in a while, like just as a thank you. So thank you guys so much for doing that. Now, along those same lines, if you are a musician or if you're a mix engineer and you're working with other musicians, you're helping them to create, you know, better mixes. Maybe you're a mixing or mastering engineer, more so kind of appealing to the home recordist, the hobbyist, and the mix engineer side of things. But if that is sort of your cup of tea, or maybe you're recording yourself, that's fine too. I do have pinned at the top of this chat today a free pro vocals sort of like mini course. And this isn't just like how to record those vocals, although that is included, but it's also about how to mix them vocals and get them to set on top every single time you mix, regardless of what genre you're working in. So I have noticed over the years that I've been doing this, one of the predominant questions I get asked over and over and over is about vocals. And so this is why I wanted my people, my tribe, to be able to have something that they could sort of stick in their back pocket and know for a surety, like every time that they approach a vocal, they're going to get a good result, whether they're recording it or they're mixing it. So head on over to that link. You can take that. It's a free 3-part video course with a PDF download at the end of that, where you can actually get sort of a recap of everything. Now, if you would like to have access to the replays of those videos, those are in the VIP membership area. Now, the VIP membership is $9.99 a month. That's $9.99, not $999. It's very affordable for what is offered in there. I would definitely encourage you to go over there and check that out as well, because that is where there's also going to be a ton of other cool freebies that I can't quite talk about right now. That's going to be included in on that as well. We're going to have some exclusive courses coming very soon, so I can say that much, that I think you're going to be very, very excited about. There's also multi-tracks. There's a plugins list of a bunch of free plugins that all of us as a community have tried and love. Exclusive tutorials, exclusive content for all of those who are here, because you've seen some of my reaction videos where we actually analyze and break down some of the greats of yesteryear. Those videos, commercial free, without any of the audio being cut out, are also on the VIP section. So you can watch those commercial free, no audio being cut, no YouTube commercials being injected while you're listening to Michael's vocals being soloed. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff over there, and that is really the major backbone right now of the channel to keep it going and to keep all of the freebies coming. I would like to keep things as free as possible, and if everybody is sort of lifting the load, then it makes it easier for everybody also to then gain access to a lot of cool free stuff. All right, so enough of the formalities. Thank you all so much for being here today. I'm going to check real quick. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got 14 concurrent viewers and 15 likes. 15 viewers, 15 likes. That's what I like to see, folks. It's not so much about how many people are on here today, which I would appreciate, yet again, you guys sharing this. If we can get hundreds of people on here, that would be great. But the main thing is that we have the same amount of likes as we do people in here. Now, that little bit of a algorithm shift and change is what helps YouTube to see what we're doing over here as, wow, something valuable is happening. Let's push more people over that direction, which is awesome. The more people, the merrier. Now, along those same lines, we were just talking about the VIP. I want to make you aware as well that while we'll be doing today's live mix down tutorial, there's also going to be some giveaways happening sprinkled throughout the course of this live stream. So right now a giveaway has started, which is a 30-day trial VIP membership giveaway. And all you have to do is put in exclamation point, capital H, capital S, capital S, and that'll be open for the next 3 minutes. So if you want to get in on that giveaway, all you do have to do is put in exclamation point HSS all in caps, and you can be entered in to win a free 30-day trial membership of the VIP membership group. So let's hop on over to the desktop. Let's see what this has to offer. All right, so we have pulled up before us. This is the song in question today. This is Endless Sunshine, I believe is what it's called. Yes, Endless Sunshine. So this was Herky Acuff's winning submission for last month's song contest. So congratulations on that, Herky. I had to sort of rearrange some things based off of how I typically like to look at a session. He had some things that were kind of a little upside down to me, but they worked for him. That's all that matters. For instance, his drums were on top and vocals were on bottom. I always mix with vocals up top and drums on bottom. So it's just a stylistic sort of subjective decision that he made, which is fine. Everybody has a different way of doing things. But what I did was he actually sent me a Cakewalk bundle file, which was really cool because it allowed me to see sort of like the back end, all of the work that he had put in there and exactly what he had done to that mix. And then I just simply exported all of the files without anything on them and re-imported them into my template, which I use a template because it's going to make it a whole lot faster. And when you're doing these live mix sessions, you know, you don't want to take up 17 hours to try to, not that they've ever taken that long. But you know, you want to try to speed things up as fast as you possibly can. So as you can see, there's already plugins that's pre-installed on the master bus and all over these different various tracks, which will allow me then to mix this faster. Now, a lot of these, honestly, like this VX64 vocal strip, that could actually be on the Vox channel itself. But that's fine. We'll just leave it as it is. I don't think it's going to bog the computer down too much. But typically speaking, I will always try to send as many things as I can to a bus before I start mixing, because it just makes it so much simpler and easier and not so much of a stress on the PC itself. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight all of these tracks and bring the faders completely down on all of them, which in Cakewalk, you can do that very easily. Control A will actually select all of the tracks, and you can see that denoted by the fact that all of them turn blue here at the bottom, as you can see here, right about here. And then you just simply hold the control button now that they're all selected. And by holding this control button, I can actually move all of these faders at once. In fact, that control button will allow you to do a lot of things at the same time. It's very cool. So typically what I do, and if any of you have ever stopped in on the channel here, you know that typically I start with the drums, and you know, why change anything now? So we're going to go ahead and pick a winner real quick though. And it looks like Greenwood Jr. Congratulations, buddy. You have just won a 30-day trial membership to the VIP membership group. So all you'll have to do is send me an email at homestudiosimplified@gmail.com, and I will send you a link after the stream is over for you to go and claim that. And by the way, if I remember correctly, it will ask you for all of your information. But what you do is after the free 30-day trial membership is over, it will actually, I believe, send you a reminder email to let you know it's about ready to end and that you will be charged for that next month. So all you have to do is just simply go in and cancel if you don't want to keep it. If you do, more power to you. So congratulations on that nonetheless. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start with these drums. I'm going to put my mug on the screen, and let's go ahead and look at where these drums are sitting. So let's, oh, you know what? I didn't name them. I just got them labeled generically as drums. So let's go ahead. The tracks themselves are named though, so I'll go ahead and look at these. Now, typically speaking, if this was something that I was like a personal project or something for a client, I would have had these actually labeled a little bit better. Actually, I'm going to make these a different color too, so we can actually see them. I don't ever use, I use like this dark blue color. There we go. Now we can see them. And along those same lines too, like this, it's going to be a very quick mix. So don't expect this to be like a completely finished, post it for the world to hear kind of mix, you know, until we, when this live stream is over, is going to be ready. That's not what the whole portion of this is, just to basically show you my process as I'm working through it. And then usually when the live stream is ended, I'll spend another, you know, hour or two later and really hone it in before I send it back to Herky. But you're basically going to get to see like the process as we're going through. So I think that's really what we need to focus on right now. So, all right, so I'm going to work on this kick, and I'm just going to go ahead and relabel that really quick to kick. snare. And then this is going to be hi-hats. We'll just put HH. Toms. And cymbals. Okay. That should make things a little bit easier now whenever we go back over to this screen here. And now we're able to actually see what we're working on. So I'm going to bring up this kick first and foremost. And I want to see what my master bus is looking like with the kick. Not my master PC, but my master bus. There. Okay. Getting a little bit laggy, so we'll see what's happening here. It seems like that was beefier before. Maybe it's because I've... Oh, that right there is probably the reason. There we go. Yeah, it usually helps if you're not shaving off everything there. Okay. Okay, now we're starting to get somewhere there. And as you can see, I'm using some console emulation there. I'm using the N type, which I believe is like 𝗵𝗲 console-ish. Okay, we're going to start with that. Bring in the snare. Okay. I'm going to boost that around 1800 to give it a little bit of snap. There we go. Now what we're doing right now is just called a rough mix. So we're literally just getting some levels and maybe making some minor EQ adjustments, but we're not like going crazy right now. Okay, so I already know that's going to be at 0. I'm going to turn that back down. I want to turn this bass up. Okay, so I can already tell that kick is a little bit lower than what I would like for it to be. So I'm just going to simply bring that up in the mix. And the way that I'm going to do this is I think I'm actually just going to use the bark of dog. If you're unfamiliar with what this is, it used to be free with Cakewalk by BandLab. It was automatically installed, but now in the newer iterations of that, they've actually done away with that. However, it is still free over at 𝗏𝗲 Digital Labs if you'd like to check it out. And it's really cool, like almost like a subharmonic booster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to like 64, 65, somewhere around there. And then I'm literally just going to like add some beef to that kick. There we go. Okay, and then essentially what I'm wanting to do is if I solo the bass, and it's not playing for a little bit here. Oh, that's because it's not playing at all. Okay. Okay, and then if I solo the kick, okay, so essentially what you've seen was when the bass was soloed by itself, it was like -16. When I brought in the kick, it was like -8. which lets me know, go back to the kick. Okay, so because the two of them are sort of like half and half, but when you put them together, they become half of what the basses is. It lets me know that the kick and the bass are should play well together, volume-wise at least, where they're sitting right now. So then I can kind of like move on to the rest of the instrumentation and not have to worry about them as of yet. But that's going to allow me to know that on my master bus, my kick and my bass should jive pretty well together right now. Now, as we're adding effects and things like that here in the future, that's going to change. But for right now, it gives me a really good starting point to start off with. Okay, so I had that at unity and it was fine. And I'm actually okay with how those hi-hats sound, EQ-wise. I'll probably just leave them just like they are. Okay, now I'm not hearing the toms as of yet. Let's go to this section right here. I'm actually going to loop that section. So not getting a lot of volume on them toms. It looks like just simply because there's not enough volume there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the track itself, go up to Process, here at the very top, Apply Effect, go to Gain, and then I'm just going to do a 6 dB boost on those. That will be safer than just adding a bunch of compression or trying to limit them or something crazy like that. It'll just be a safer way to do that for now. Okay, and here's another cool thing within Cakewalk by BandLab. You can actually set keystrokes or custom keyboard shortcuts. So if I hold Control and push G, that's also going to bring up my gain, which I use quite a bit, so that I don't have to go up to Process and then Gain every single time. So I'm going to do that by another 6 dBs. Okay, that sounds much better. That also allows me to keep that fader closer to the unity mark, which whenever you're mixing, the closer you can keep that fader to unity and it's still sounding good in the mix, the better, because as you noticed here on the faders, this is sort of a pro tip here, you notice that from 0 to 6 here in these areas, it takes a lot longer than it would be from 12 to 18. That means that the adjustments are more fine-tuned down in this area down here, but they're more broad here, which allows you a little bit more leeway for volume automations and stuff like that. Whereas if you were automating down here, it'd have to be very tiny amounts of automation to make big marks. Whereas up here, you can actually do big sweeping movements to get the same effect. So essentially what it does is it allows you a little bit more headroom, or not even headroom, it's more like more buffer, I would say. So gotta throw that in there for y'all to chew on this. And then bring these cymbals in. Okay, so I can already tell there's been some panning done on the toms, which doesn't sound bad. It actually sounds pretty much like what I would do anyway. I try to picture myself facing the drummer, from the audience perspective. A lot of people will mix drums like from the drummer's perspective. It's really just a stylistic choice. It's a subjective move, whatever you want to do. I like to always place myself like I'm in the audience watching the band. That's just the way that I sort of approach a mix. So if I'm in the audience watching the band, that snare is going to be just a tad bit to the right. So I'm going to set that by about 12%, Nothing crazy. The hi-hat as well is going to be a little bit to the right. So I'm going to set that by about 20%. Those toms already sound like they're doing a good job. And then those cymbals are actually going to be on the left. And I'm going to put them on the left by about 20%. Kick straight up the middle. A lot of people would say put the snare straight up the middle. Yet again, it's subjective. Sometimes I just leave the snares alone, leave them up the middle. But this time I want to hear what it sounds like. So okay. Hey, Leon, what's up, buddy? Leon, we are going to be, I'm going to try to start getting together a few more files here for you guys for the song we were collaborating on. I'm not letting that just go by the wayside. I think I finally have finished what I feel like is a good arrangement for it. So that's really what I was waiting on, other than everything to finally slow down for a little bit and for me to start feeling better, because I was sicker than a dog the past few weeks. So not really weeks, but okay, we got some claps here. Don't sound bad. I'm gonna let a little bit more low end in those claps though. Okay, so already I feel like this is actually seems like a pretty good balance for the drums and the bass right now. Let's go ahead and start bringing in some other of these elements here. Oh, you know what? I just realized I've still got it looped. I was like, man, this is sounding repetitive, and I know it wasn't like that before. There we go. Hey, what's up, Willie and Track? Another first timer. Let's give him a round of applause. Okay, so we got this synth sound. It sounded to me like when I first heard this while we were doing the live listen together that it was a theremin, but now it's sort of sounding like an organ of some kind or something. Okay. Okay, so it sounds like on these acoustic guitars we're having sort of a similar, yeah, look at those waveforms. Nothing wrong with that. We'll just turn them up a little. No biggie. That's better than having them clip and then you can't fix it at all. So that's, yeah. All right, and let's go ahead and just introduce another 6 dBs of boost. There we go. That should bring them up in the mix rather nicely. And let's hit Control S and save things. Gotta save stuff. All right, now let's go back to over here. Much better. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just basically... I see you over there, Mob. So basically what I'm doing right now is checking the phase of these acoustic guitars. I noticed that there's 2 tracks here. However, the waveforms look nearly identical, so I'm trying to figure out, and this is sort of some detective work here, were these double-tracked guitars, or are they just the same source that's been duplicated and then panned different directions? And it looks like to me that those are, in fact, 2 performances. Herky, if you're still in the chat, let me know if I'm wrong, but it looks like, anyway, that these are 2 different tracks that's been recorded, in which case I would like to say awesome. And I say that because I get this a lot where individuals have, they think that they're going to get some crazy wide stereo width by actually, just taking a track and duplicating it and then painting them left and right. It doesn't work that way. Nice. So he double tracked them. Folks, that right there is what I'm talking about. See, whenever you double track and then you pan left and right, that's where you're going to get your stereo width. So kudos to you, man. Good job. So now when I go to pan these, because that's why I was flipping the phase, because if they were exactly identical tracks that were, well, here, I'll just show you. Why don't I just show you? So I'm going to take acoustic track number 17, and I'm going to duplicate it real quick here with the events. So this would be a duplicate, exact duplicate of that track. Okay. Now I've panned them left and right, hard left and right. What do you notice? Nothing. You essentially have just made a mono track. That's all you've done. But here's where it gets crazy, because if I flip the phase on this, now look what you get. Pretty crazy, huh? In fact, yeah, it just don't work, guys. So what you want to do is, much like Herky has already done here, you want to, if you want to get some wide stereo width, you want to record 2 takes and then pan them left and right. So now listen. Now you can hear and feel the stereo width. Okay, so I'm not going to pan them 100% left and 100% right, though. I'm going to go with 80 and 80. I see my chat blowing up over here. What's going on, guys? What are you doing? 𝗵𝗲, he says, hey, Robert, I got to head out. Heading to work. We'll check out. Okay, cool. Good to see you, buddy. Phase. Yes, Micah, you are correct. That's what we're talking about. Checking for phase. Okay, so I've already got my sort of go-to acoustic guitar cuttings going on, and honestly, I think I'm just going to leave them right where they're at. They sound just fine. Now let's hear them in context with the rest of the mix. Turn them down a little bit. Okay. Move on to this electric. Right out of the gate, I'm going to go ahead and give it a boost. Nice. Herky, good job on the arrangement, man. What's up, Mr. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗦𝗦? Good to see you back, buddy. Okay, so apart from the EQ that we got going on here, as well as the console emulation, we also have these being sent to a guitar bus, which in this instance has 𝗧𝗵𝗲 on it. I realize this is kind of a pricey plugin, so if you're like, that's kind of pricey, sorry. But this is basically just doing a little bit of work on some of those. It's really like a subtractive EQ of harmonics and just nasty stuff you don't want to hear. But if I remove it, it really is not going to do too much. Put it back in. Just kind of makes things more clean sounding. And I've got 𝗏𝗏 on here, of course. And as you can see, it's just doing a very little bit of painting. I might actually make that more. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and send this 𝗬𝗏 sounding thing here to the synth. What's up, Michael Parson McNaira? I think you might be right. What's up, Chris Budala? Okay, so all of these are also going to, these that are going to the buses are also going to these reverb buses. You can tell I have a reverb S, reverb M, and reverb L. What does that stand for? Short, medium, and long. Now, one thing that we haven't done that we should be doing, it looks like this is set at, if I remember correctly, it was 80 BPMs. But one good way where you can check that is a free plugin, which I thought I had on here, but actually I don't. Okay. Oh no, weird plugin layouts. That's even weirder. Where's my plugin layout? There it is. Organized by type. Which, by the way, if you're interested in getting this plugin layout, as you can see, it makes it so much easier to find stuff. I do, excuse me. I do have a video where I talk about this plugin layout, how to create your own, and I have a free download for this plugin layout at the bottom of that video as well. What this is going to do, though, this sweet free little plugin, it's called Hornet Song Key, is going to allow me to see what the BPMs are, the average BPM. No limiter on the master bus as of yet. Okay, so we are, well, I mean, I have one there. It's just not enabled as of yet, I should say. Okay, so we are hovering around 108, 110 BPMs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that off there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Home Studio Simplified website. Ba-bang, we're there. Which, by the way, this vocal mini course that you see here, that's the same one that's posted in the chat. So, and then we're going to go to the reverb and delay calculator that's here on the website. And I'm just going to go with, I'm going to err on the side of the 110. Type that in here to my enable enter beats per minute section, calculate it, and it tells me my millisecond value for a quarter note duration is 545.45 milliseconds. So that lets me know basically 546 milliseconds is my reverb tail duration. So right here on the middle, I'm going to set this to 545 or close to it. 542, that sounds good too. Well, actually here. 546, that's one, yeah. Okay, now I've got 546, which is my middle reverb. I'm going to divide that by 2. 273 is going to be my short reverb. If you're wondering what in the world is this guy doing, I've explained this on numerous occasions. 0.273, Robert. There we go. Literally all you have to do is watch like any of the videos on this channel where I'm doing a live mix, and I've probably explained it 546 times. So 546 times 2 is now going to give me 1 minute, or I'm sorry, 1.92 milliseconds. Basically 1.9, whatever. Yeah, you get it. So I'll just say 1.1, and that'll be my long reverb. Hey, Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got another first timer on here. Awesome. Good deal. Yeah, it's kind of catchy. So now you're just listening to only the reverb. And there we go. Yeah, already just that little bit of a change right there really helped me to already see that that needed to be done. It made those guitars sound more realistic, more alive. Two electric guitar parts, one cleaner, one heavier. I hear the heavier one here. And a lot of it was muted with automation. Ah, okay. Gotcha. But you know what I can do, Herky, is I'll just mix this the way that I have it here, and then I'll send you a Cakewalk bun file of that mix. I'll freeze all the tracks, and then you can go back, and that'll allow you to automate whatever you want after it's all said and done. So, yeah. Can we get a first-timer drum roll, please? Oh, yeah. Michael Hines. Exactly. Thanks for reminding me, Chris. Sometimes those slip by. Appreciate that. Okay, now on the master bus, I'm going to be using 𝗁𝗲 again. And I got the normal 𝗁𝗲 on here. I'm actually going to replace that with 𝗁𝗲 master. Okay. And that's going to be the first thing in my chain. So I'm going to go ahead and move this straight to the top. And all that's going to do is basically it's like a smart EQ. Takes care of things that, you know, that I don't have to hunt for. And I mainly use 𝗁𝗲 for taming things rather than recovering things. It just seems like it does better that way. So, all right. okay. And we're already starting to get a little bit of lagginess here, which is not uncommon. Got a lot of stuff going on. Not within the DAW, but there's, we're live streaming, running software, live streaming to 2 different places actually. So, and let's start another giveaway. Got 23 people, 21 likes. Let's smash that like button for those of you non-likers. Get up in there and smash it. If you want to enter into the 30-day trial VIP membership giveaway, all you have to do is put !HSS to get a free 30 days trial. If you're already a member, I apologize, it will not work. I've tried to find ways around it, and unfortunately my website host said it don't work that way. Sorry. But yeah, if you want to get in there and try to see what it's like for 30 days, you can enter that way. Okay, so let me mute that and clear my throat real quick. All right, back to the action. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and put in the TRS-1. Love this plugin, which by the way, there is a link in the description of the video. It's called the Best Mixing and Mastering Plugins is the link. It's going to take you straight to IK Multimedia's website where you can check out all of their amazing plugins. Love their work. But listen to what this does to this mix. And this is just going to be just cheesy settings, nothing really. So I'm going to bypass it first and then I'll put it in and let you listen to what it's doing. No, I will not let you listen to what it's doing because the mix is going to freeze. Well, that certainly is annoying. Okay, let's, we're not currently doing anything with the vocals. So let's freeze all the vocal tracks real quick. And while we're doing that, DJ has found a way around it. Cool. Okay. You know, Michael, I'm not sure. I've heard it's very, very, I've heard it's very, very stable though. I haven't heard a lot of bad about it. In fact, my personal favorite mentor just did a series of videos on that over at the Pro Mix Academy. If you want to check that out. Over on the Produce Like a Pro channel as well. Those are free if you want to check those out. Lee Kirkland, musician. Good to have you in here, buddy. Not only is he a first timer, but he's entered into that giveaway. Right on. So what I'm doing essentially right now is I'm freezing tracks. This is going to free up some CPU performance. Allow me to keep going without lagging too badly. And what I might end up doing is for those of you who are watching this on Facebook, much apologies, but I may end up just closing down the Facebook stream and heading over to, good to see you on here, Philip. Brother Boyd, good to see you on here. Nice. So yeah, what I might do to get this converted over and to help things a little better is I might just go ahead and close down the Facebook stream and just leave up the YouTube stream. So let me create a link real quick, or I can send people from Facebook. And then we can go ahead and close that down. That should free up quite a bit of space. Stream continued here. Okay. And now I'm going to pin that to the top so people can see it. And we'll just go ahead and end that live video. That should free up quite a bit of CPU space there. All right, looks like we are done, and 𝗧𝗵𝗲 Musician is our winner for a 30-day trial of the VIP membership. So congratulations, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 Music. Who cares about Facebook? Exactly. Kamikaze Shots, apparently he is a Reaper user, says he has some lag issues once in a while. So there's your answer. That's why this community is awesome, because we got such a wide variety of folks using different DAWs and just everything. Very cool. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum, ba-dum, bum. So now I can actually close this Facebook chat window down too. That'll save that. And stop that. All right. That should free up a little bit of CPU. Now that I've frozen these vocals, actually it looks like it's locked up completely. Kamikaze Shot says, yes, I do use Reaper. Good deal. Yeah, 𝗧𝗵𝗲, all you have to do is just simply email me at homestudiosimplified@gmail.com, and I will get you your link over there, and then you can bask in the awesomeness of that. Or another cool way that you could do this would be to get on my email list, and you can do that just by taking that free Pro Vocals mixing course, mini course that's in the chat right now. Reaper versus Cakewalk. Yeah, I know it's tough. Yeah. Yes, Jurgen, I do realize that would definitely help. Yeah. I probably just need to create a bus for those and send them all there. Definitely. I may end up even doing that here in just a minute. We'll see how it reacts. It's got just a few more tracks to mix down here, folks. So while that's happening, we can all just hang. 𝗏𝗏 Master is more CPU intensive than the other versions, isn't it? Yeah, that's possible too. You know, and in all honesty, I don't even really need it on there right at this moment. Essentially, I could put it on there at the end too. So I might just take that off. You're right. Good deal. Let's give some shout outs while we're waiting here. Awesome. Aaron Shirley, thank you so much. He's pledged $1. $1. I'll leave that just through Patreon, so thank you so much. Ronrico, Will Duncan, Irish Scotty 27 Productions, Clara Ballant, Long Lee, Tammy Sparks, Gerald Tukes, and Yeffy Brown. These are all recent subscribers to the channel. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Considering there are so many other channels out there, the fact that you would subscribe to this channel is awesome. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the chat at the same time I'm doing this. Multitasking, it's great, unless you have attention deficit disorder, and then it's hard. Reaper really lacks pro channel tools. Really? Interesting. All right, so it looks like we're good to go now. We have essentially got everything frozen there. Let it go. Sorry, I had to. And then we're going to go back through here. And where we left off is we were going to enable the 1. All right, now we're going to enable it now. I'm not even really hardly pushing this thing either. I'm using it to get a little bit of air, a little bit of body. I'm going to go ahead and add the transients just a little bit here. Okay. Liking the levels. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this down to mono just to see if it falls apart or if it sticks with us. Okay, so it didn't completely fall apart. There was a few things where I was like, but I kind of made a few adjustments there, basically just on those acoustic guitars. They kind of got lost whenever we folded it down to mono. But it's fine. I just did a little bit of, I changed the console emulation on this to A type, and then Cakewalk got some really strange behaviors when time stretching and looping. I guess. I don't know. I've not really experienced any of those. So let's go ahead and create a bus for these vocals. Now I have one already for 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Oh boy. I have one already for background vocals, but we're going to make this one here for just regular vocals. I want that to be a different blue. And I'm just going to copy stuff over here. Yet again, that control button working its magic. And then I'm going to move this VX64 vocal strip over here. And we're going to go right down the line here and just delete the VX64 vocal strip. And I thought I could delete all of them at once. But it's not letting me. Wasn't that one of the bugs they were supposed to fix here recently? Where you could actually delete? No. Okay. I think we got to few more tracks. Oh my goodness, they're everywhere. I really thought you could go through here and delete all of them at once, though. Like you hold control and they should all disappear, and they're not. Oh well, you know you can't have everything. This will essentially save a ton of CPU usage, though. All right. I think that was the last of the Mohicans. Now we're going to start bringing in these vocals. Ba-da-ba-bum. Yeah. Yeah, hey, any issues that you've got with Cakewalk, man, run them by me. I'll see if we can get you squared away. And if I can't figure it out, there's usually a ton of awesome people in the chat as well that are really good at using Cakewalk that can help you as well. So, all right, let's go ahead and start blending in some of these vocals now. Now, if you remember too, we haven't really done any major, like we haven't added any major stuff yet to this. As far as plugins or anything like that, we're just mainly getting some levels right now. So, and I'm looking for my console view, and I think I closed it. So there it is. All right, let's go ahead and start with this very first track. That's going to be sort of the star of the show here. Put it straight in Unity. Oh, okay. Actually, it looks like it's going to be this one. And you know what I just thought of too? I bet if I better unfreeze those. So in Cakewalk, if you leave a track frozen and you try to do anything to it, it will essentially nothing will take. You'll go to unfreeze it, and all of the hard work that you put into it ends up being negated. So 𝗧𝗵𝗲 is in the chat. What is up, buddy? Yeah, there's a couple of questions in here about Reaper from our good friend Michael, who's just stopped in the channel for the first time. Actually, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 is a Reaper user as well, I believe. So if you have some questions, I'm sure he could help you as well. But he's also an excellent Cakewalk user. So if you have any Cakewalk questions, man, I'm telling you what, guys, this community is just full of a lot of amazing people. And then you got me, who's just full of it. I'm just kidding. All right. Nuttier than squirrel poop. Haven't said that one in a while. Let's bring this up to Unity. Oh, that's a good question. So Chris asks them, why would you freeze it? So if you have a track where it's pretty much good to go, like you like the way that it's sitting in the mix, everything feels good to you, you can just go ahead and freeze that track. It's going to free up CPU usage and all of that, and it's not going to affect anything on that track from that point forward. But if you want to go back and make changes later, you'll have to unfreeze it to make the changes. So it's basically just like a way of archiving a track, or freezing it just sort of takes it out of the CPU loop and bakes in all of the effects onto it, just not permanently. So it's just a quick way to, like if you got something dialed in, just be like, all right, set it, forget it, don't have to worry about that one. It's not going to take up CPU usage. So. Dog in the den of thieves, digging a hole down to DC. This is a song that is completely full of like cliches. It's super cool. I love what he did here. I'm going to go ahead and raise the gain by 6 dBs on all of these. Yet again, I'm using that custom keyboard shortcut, which in my case, I've set that as Control G, which will pull up that gain feature. so I don't have to go up to process and then gain and then set it. Okay, so that should bring them all up to speed, and then looks like this one here, I'm going to go ahead and give it another 6 dBs of gain, just because it looks like it's a little bit quieter than the rest. These are all busy loading up new waveform previews. That should be better now.
Dog eat dog in the den of thieves, digging a hole down to deceive. Keep it under your hat that fall from grace. Yeah, foul your nest in an odious place. Down deep water in bleak black holes, forbidden fruit mark up your soul. Green with envy, red with rage, blue in mood, white lights been caged. Filthy money bought and sold, old ways die hard, your life's controlled. Drunk like a fish on the high and mighty, skating on thin ice, take it lightly. Itchy palm in the thick of it, bat out of hell, you're the devil's advocate. Bad blood, cold blood, make your blood boil, but in a pickle, in a rut, what? Stuck in the mud, never say die, but the die is cast. Go the way of all flesh, 40 more wings the last. Fat's in the fire, it's fueling sorrow. Give up the ghost, there's no tomorrow.
There we go. Yeah, he's got some awesome, very quirky vocals. I love them. So what we've done here is we basically just took care of some sort of like nasally honky stuff. No offense, everybody has it. And then we've sort of boosted the low end, and I'm boosting some high end as well to give it that sheen. Now the low end, the reason why I'm boosting that on this particular vocal is it's being sung in a higher register than normally would be sung. So this will give it a little bit more girth and allow it to sort of set on top of a mix a little bit better.
To the fresh woods, through the pastures new, fresh as a daisy, sure and true.
And now that I've got a good sounding EQ, I feel like for his vocals, what I can do is just hold control and click and drag this over to my bus where I'm going to be sending all my vocals. And then I can even bypass all of the vocal EQ that's here on the tracks, and that'll save even more CPU. Oops, no, I don't want to bypass the, there we go. Awesome. Now, if I want to go back in and make any like minor adjustments on one track or another, I can do that too. So now that they're all like they are, this one says background Vox, but I don't think it really is. So I'm going to go to everything that says lead Vox and send it to vocals. Almost sounds like kind of like an Irish jig, or like some kind of a like a seafaring song. I'm gonna go send all of the background Vox to Imagine That, the background Vox bus, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to EQ this dramatically differently because it's background Vox. I've already copied over where the honky regions were, and then I'll just go to 3000 kilohertz, and I'm going to dip that down by about 5 dBs, believe it or not. And this just allows for the background Vox to sort of set just underneath that lead vocal. Yeah, as we're talking about these vocals, remember, there's a free mini course that's pinned at the top of this chat, which will cover in depth everything that I've ever done or will do. Well, I shouldn't say ever. But at least some of the main tips and tricks that I use to get things to jive well. Jive talking.
Doggy dog in the den of thieves, digging a hole down to deceive. Keep it under your hat that fall from grace. Yeah, foul your nest in an odious place. Down deep water in bleak black holes, forbidden fruit mark up your soul. Green with envy, red with rage, blue in mood, white lights been caged. Filthy money bought and sold, old ways die hard, your life's controlled. Drunk like a fish on the high and mighty, skating on thin ice, take it lightly. 𝗕𝗲𝗵𝗲 in the thick of it, bat out of hell, you're the devil's advocate. Bad blood, cold blood, lick your blood, boil blood, in a pickle, in a rut, what? Stuck in the mud, never say die, but the die is cast. Go the way of all flesh, 40 more wings the last. Fats in the fire, it's fueling sorrow. Give up the ghost, there's no tomorrow. Live on deck, clear the air, turn the corner, and return. Chop and change and realize.
Those really were background vocals. All right, let's send them back to where they belong. Didn't take. Oh yeah, it did. Background box. And then I'll send this back from whence it came.
Doggy dog in the den of thieves, digging a hole down to deceive. Keep it under your hat that fall from grace. Yeah, foul your nest in an odious place. Down deep water in bleak black holes, forbidden fruit mark up your soul. Green with envy, red with rage, blue in mood, white lights been caged. Filthy money.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add my reverbs here to the vocals.
Doggy dog in the den of thieves, digging a hole down to deceive. Keep it under your hat that fall from grace. Yeah, foul your nest in an odious place. Down deep water in bleak black holes, forbidden fruit mark up your soul. Green with envy, red with rage, blue in mood, white lights been caged. Filthy money bought and sold, old ways die hard, your life's controlled. Drunk like a fish on the high and mighty, skating on thin ice, take it lightly. 𝗕𝗲𝗵𝗲 in the thick of it, bat out of hell, you're the devil's advocate. Bad blood, cold blood, lick your blood, boil blood, in a pickle, in a rut, what? Stuck in the mud, never say die, but the die is cast. Go the way of all flesh, 40 more wings the last. Fats in the fire, it's fueling sorrow. Give up the ghost, there's no tomorrow. Down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going downhill, on time low, the 11th hour. Live on borrowed time, or take the bitter pill. Bottom line is to bottom line, no doubt, leave no bones about it, that's all. Come as the buck, the buck stops here, come to nothing, it's a good for nothing, it's a long fall.
Okay, so the vocals are a little bit overpowering right now, but that's good.
To the fresh woods, through the
gonna help me to hear
pastures
where they need to
new,
be
fresh
in
as a
context
daisy,
painting.
sure and true. In a
So I'm going to go back to, let's see, I believe it was this section right here. And I want to kind of try to figure out some painting options here.
doggy dog in the den of thieves, digging a hole down to deceive. Keep it under your hat that fall from grace. Yeah, foul your nest in an odious place. Down deep water in bleak black holes, forbidden fruit mark up your soul. Green with envy, red with rage, blue in mood, white lights been caged. Filthy money bought and sold, old ways die hard, your life's controlled. Drunk like a fish on the high high and mighty, skating on thin ice, taking lightly. Itchy palm in the thick of it, bat out of hell, you're the devil's advocate. Bad blood, cold blood, lick your blood, boiled blood, in a pickle, in a rut, what? Stuck in the mud, never say die, but the die is cast. Go the way of all flesh, 40 more wings the last. Bats in the fire, it's fueling sorrow. Give up the ghost, there's no tomorrow. Down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going downhill, on time low, the 11th hour. Live on borrowed time, or take the bitter pill. Bottom line is to bottom out, no doubt. Make no bones about it, that's all. Can't pass the buck stops here. Come to nothing, it's a good for nothing. It's a long fall. Down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going downhill, all time low, the 11th hour. Live on borrowed time, or take the bitter pill. Bottom line is to bottom out, no doubt. Make no bones about it, that's all. Can't pass the buck stops here. Come to nothing, it's a good for nothing. It's a long fall. Down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going downhill, all time low, the 11th hour. Live on borrowed time, or take the bitter pill. Bottom line is to bottom out, no doubt. Make no bones about it, that's all. Can't pass the buck stops here. Come to nothing, it's a good for nothing. It's a long fall. Down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going downhill, all time low, the 11th hour. Live on borrowed time, or take the bitter pill. Bottom line is to bottom out, no doubt. Make no bones about it, that's all. Can't pass the buck stops here. Come to nothing, it's a good for nothing. It's a long fall.
Okay, so that feels pretty good right there.
Down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going downhill.
Turn that down a little bit.
All time low, the 11th hour. Live on borrowed time.
Okay, so that feels like it's pretty good right there, as far as the balance is concerned. So now what I want to do is I want to start going through here and really sort of spicing some things up. I think the general mix of it all actually sounds really good. So what I'm going to do is, let's start with, I really feel like that one of the elements that has been underappreciated here have been these drums and bass. So I'm going to go over here. I think I have a drums bus right here.
Doggy dog in the den.
Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I've got these being sent to this channel here. And my drums PC, which stands for parallel compression. There's a little bit of reverb on them, not much, but I'm going to go ahead and blend in this drums PC. But first I want to get this smashing sound going on properly here. I want to make sure I'm really smashing them. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now that I've got that, I'm going to slowly blend that in underneath the other track. A little bit goes a long way here. I'm going to add a little bit more of that short reverb there. Hopefully that'll help liven things up a little bit. And then instead of throwing on the medium on this one as well, I'm just going to throw on the long. -20 on there, just to give it a little bit of liveliness. Okay. I'm going to throw on a brand new plugin from 𝗵𝗲 𝗧𝗵𝗲. This just came out. I actually got a chance to play around with this weeks before it was actually released. And I got to say, man, this thing is absolutely amazing. It's called 𝗏𝗏. So if you've watched any of my previous videos where I brought out the Electrum, it's basically like a giant pedal board for guitar players. This is a giant pedal board for bass players. And it's got like everything that you would need on there to get an amazing bass sound. I'm not going to need the gate in this instance, but I'm going to be implementing the sub, leveler, compression, crushing the snot out of this thing, and then I might even put a cabinet in there to give it more realism. But let's take a listen to this with this on here. Okay, so that's without the sub. Put the sub in. Good night. Let's give this a little bit of a boost on the high end here. Yes, this is the United Plugins 𝗏𝗏. It's put out by 𝗵𝗲 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Oh yeah, there's that crit I was looking for. Good deal. Check this out. There we go. Ooh, that '80s lush. That sounds cool. Don't think I need any modulation on there, but that sounds cool nonetheless. Here we go. Now that should allow me to turn the bass track down, but yet it still sound consistent whenever the rest of it's all being played. So looks like we got a newbie in the chat. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, I can't say that name. I'm just going to say GS. Good to have you here. Absolutely. I think DJ Big Red 81, who's in the chat, I think he's already posted a link to that. If you want to go and check that out, greatly appreciate it. In fact, you know what? In fact, let me see, because I think I already have a link that, let's see.
Make beats.
Yes, I do. So, did I really just do that? Well, hopefully we're still streaming, but I think I just closed down the stream window. Oops. Oh, there we are. Okay. Woo, we're still good. In fact, if you use this link right here that I just posted, not only will you be able to go and check the plugin out, but if you purchase it, you'll help to support the channel. That is an affiliate link. So at no extra cost to you, you will be able to help to support the channel. Good deal. All right, let's see here. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Ronald Young. Hey, good to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you up in here. We have another giveaway going on. If you'd like a free 30-day trial membership to the VIP membership, you can just enter in !HSS now. What's up, high voltage video and audio production? Man, that's a long name. What's up, 𝗵𝗲? That's still kind of long. Either way. Anywho. All right, so where was we at here? After putting the basement plugin on here, I can now turn down the bass track and yet still get the grit and determination that it needs. So I'm going to slowly blend that back into the rest. Hear that in context.
Had that fall from grace, yeah, found your nest in an odious place. Found deep water in bleak black holes, forbidden fruit mark up your soul. Green with envy, red with rage, blue in mood, white lights been caged. Filthy money bought and sold, old ways die hard,
beautiful.
No life's controlled. Drunk like a fish on the high and mighty, skating on thin ice, taking lightly. Itchy palm in the thick of it, bat out of hell, you're the devil's advocate. Bad blood, cold blood, lick your blood, boiled blood, in a pickle, in a rut, what? Stuck in the mud, never say die, but the die is cast. Go the way of all flesh, 40 more wings the last. Bats in the fire, it's fueling sorrow. Give up the ghost, there's no tomorrow. Down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going downhill, all time low, the 11th hour. Live on borrowed time, or take the bitter pill. Bottom line is to bottom out, no doubt. Make no bones about it, that's all. Can't pass the buck, the buck stops here. Come to nothing, it's a good for nothing. It's a long fall. Oh, down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going downhill, all time low, the 11th hour. Live on borrowed time, or take the bitter pill. Bottom line is to bottom out, no doubt. Make no bones about it, that's all. Can't pass the buck, the buck stops here. Come to nothing, it's a good for nothing. It's a long fall.
Nice. Okay. Well, we've come a long way on this mix already. I think it's at a point now where we can definitely start. We've done a few like sort of fringe, out on the fringe type things, nothing too major. All we've basically done is just made it sound more clear and present. And now we're going to start implementing just a few other production elements, I should say plug-in elements, to help to sort of bring some other things up to speed. So the main thing that I was hearing is this piano. I think it just needs a little bit more realism. But I might actually do something crazy with this one. So first and foremost, let's see if I'm looking at the right thing here. let's see. Yes, the valve driver. This is an oldie but goodie. Let's take a listen to this. Kind of turn that up a little bit there. Just kind of makes it sound a little more like it's in a room. Yeah, it's too much.
Your blood boil, but in a pickle, in a rut. What? Stuck in the mud, never say die, but the die is cast. Well, the way of all flesh, 40 more weeks the last. Bats in the fire, it's fueling sorrow. Give up the ghost, there's no tomorrow. Down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain. Going downhill, all time low. The 11th hour, live on borrowed time, or take the bitter pill. Bottom line is to bottom out, no doubt. Make no bones about it, that's all. Can't pass the buck stops here. Come to nothing, it's a good for nothing. It's a long fall.
Okay, so now I'm going to start implementing something that I haven't showed you guys up until this point. In fact, every live stream that we've ever done, I've never really covered this because I don't do it all the time. But this is one of those mixes where I really think it's going to come in handy, and that's actually having what I call a master parallel compressor. What this is doing is on this master PC bus right here. So instead of everything getting fed into just the master alone, it actually has a send that's being sent to this master PC, which is essentially just a parallel. It's not even really a parallel compression. It's like a parallel, parallel effects. I'll just call it that. It is getting heavily compressed, but it's not all just the compressor. So you'll see I got the compressor. This is one of the most amazing compressors that I've found from 𝗧𝗵𝗲 Multimedia. It's got some 𝗠𝗶𝘅 in here, and this one actually is more on the tame again. And then it's got the TRS-1 yet again baked in there for width. I know, I don't like widening plugins. And I have to say, all the years that I've been screaming, don't use widening plugins, this is the only widening plugin I would recommend you to try. Now, we are not blending this full amount of the plugin into the track. I've got the bass punch turned all the way down, analog all the way down, transients, everything else is just set at normal. I'm mainly just using this as a widener plugin because when I'm just blending in just this ever so slightly, just this little bit of width, you're going to hear it sort of sound like it's here. And then, especially if you're wearing headphones, it's going to sound like it's here. And then it's going to just kind of expand just ever so slightly where you're going to go, wow. Just check this out. Okay, so essentially what I'm doing is I'm sending everything to this track. It's then being heavily compressed, made just a little wider, and I'm going to blend it in underneath the master bus. So check this out. I'll wait till it gets to a more like densely populated part of the music here.
Keep it under your hat, that fall from grace. Yeah, foul your nest in an odious place. Down deep water in bleak black holes. Forbidden fruit mark up your soul. Green with envy, red with rage. Blue in
DJ, you just won a month.
Filthy money, bought and sold. Old ways die hard, your life's controlled. Drunk like a fish on the high.
All right, here we go.
Mighty, skating on thin ice, taking lightly. Itchy palm in the thick of it, bat out of hell.
Oh, that is awesome. All right, let me zoom in on this.
Bad blood, cold blood, lick your blood, boil blood, in a pickle, in a rut. What? Stuck in the mud, never say die, but the die is cast. Well, the way of all flesh, 40 more weeks the last. Bats in the fire, it's fueling sorrow, give up the ghost, there's no tomorrow. Down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going down.
I'm gonna take it out.
All time low, the 11th hour. Live on
Still sounds good, but now listen.
Bitter pill. Bottom line is to bottom out, no doubt. Make no bones about it, that's all. Can't pass the buck stops here. Come to nothing, it's a good for nothing. It's a long fall.
And this is that bus soloed out. This is all it is contributing to the mix. So you feel that punchiness, that pumping that it's giving, but also there's a little bit of width enabled there. Blending that underneath that master, and this is what you get.
Don't make no bones about it, that's all. Can't pass the buck stops here. Come to nothing, it's a good for nothing. It's a long fall. Oh, down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going downhill. All time low, the 11th hour. Live on borrowed time, or take the bitter pill. Bottom line is to bottom out, no doubt. Make no bones about it, that's all. Can't pass the buck stops here. Come to nothing, it's a good for nothing. It's a long fall. Oh, down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going downhill. All time low, the 11th hour. Live on borrowed time, or take the bitter pill. Bottom line is to bottom out, no doubt. Make no bones about it, that's all. Can't pass the buck stops here. Come to nothing, it's a good for nothing. It's a long fall. Oh, down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the mouth, down the drain, going downhill. All time low, the 11th hour. Live on borrowed time, or take the bitter pill.
Awesome. And we accomplished all of that with dynamics left in the mix, where everything still sounds very dynamic. It doesn't sound like everything is overly heavily compressed. But because we used the heavily compressed and blended back in with the essentially non-compressed, other than distortion and other things that were sort of doing some extraneous compression there, then what? We're at -12 LKFS, okay? So essentially, because it's in this green area right here, that means that whatever track that this has been loaded up to, or whatever aggregator this has been loaded into, Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever, it's going to sound good. It's not going to be clipping. It's not going to sound like junk. So with that being said, we've done our job as mix engineers to get this sounding punchy, to get it sounding exciting, to get it sounding dynamic without, completely just crushing whenever it goes out to the major distributors. So I'm going to do just a little bit of EQ here on the master. And we're going to call this done. I'll send it over to Herky, and then he can make any like automation adjustments or anything like that he wants to that. But this thing is, in my opinion, it's good to go.
Doggy dog in the den of thieves, digging a hole down to DC. Keep it under your hat, that fall from grace. Yeah, foul your nest in an odious place. Down deep water in bleak black holes, forbidden fruit mark up your soul. Green with envy, red with rage, blue in mood, white lights being caged. Filthy money bought and sold, old ways die hard, your life's controlled. Drunk like a fish on the high and mighty, skating on thin ice, taking lightly. Itchy palm in the thick of it, bat out of hell, you're the devil's advocate. Bad blood, cold blood, lick your blood, boil blood, in a pickle, in a rut, what? Stuck in the mud, never say die, but the die is cast. Go the way of all flesh, 40 more wings the last. Bats in the fire, it's fueling sorrow. Give up the ghost, there's no tomorrow. Down in the dumps, down at heel, down in the
Okay. Now, according to what I just seen on screen there from Nugent Master and from the Span plugin that I just pulled up, which the Span is free, and this here, I believe, is 149 right now. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. So the cool thing about this plugin is it will actually allow you to hear what it's going to sound like on those platforms too. But yeah, with all that being said and done, I think we're at a really good spot right now to where I would be completely comfortable saying, yeah, we're good to go. One thing that I do want to do though, however, let me go over here. I do some sneaky stuff off screen. Sneaky. Actually, no, I'm not doing anything sneaky because it doesn't appear to be there. Anyway, what I was trying to do was pull up SonarWorks. Here it is. Now, the cool thing is SonarWorks actually has my headphones plugged in. So all I have to do is let's go ahead and use that. Okay. Output is going to be here, and there's my headphones. Okay. Gonna enable this, and then I'm going to set this Sweet. Okay. That's very nice of you, DJ. Very, very nice of you indeed. Good deal. All right. So it looks like Ronald Young is actually going to end up being our winner. Thanks to the niceness of some cool individuals here in our community. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. This community stinking rocks. Go up here to preferences and see if I can get this to be recognized. Actually, you know what? I think I can just put this on the insert. Oh, that's right. I think it had an update, which is why it's not showing up, and I just had to I didn't have to reinstall it just now, but I did have to reset it up. And I was wondering, like, why do I got to do that? I think I had an update that I didn't quite catch. Yep. Look at that. Actually, this looks pretty cool. What's going on here? Okay, so I won't be able to use, because I would have to stop this and then reinstall it, and yeah. I won't be able to use that for this particular mix here live. But what I may do is go ahead and enable that before I send you over the finished file, Herky. And essentially what I was going to do though was put on an instance of the SonarWorks, which would allow me to then listen to what this would sound like in the car, what it's going to sound like in a $1 million studio, what it's going to sound like on a pair of Apple earbuds, and just make some minor adjustments based off of that to see if I can get it to sound good everywhere, which is the purpose of mastering. So, DJ, you are a winner. All right. So I think we had a good time with it, though. I'm really, really pleased with how it turned out. We did a lot in a short amount of time, but we didn't have to do like all kinds of crazy mixing ninja tricks to it, just simply because it was already in a really good spot whenever it was handed to me. So I'm going to go ahead and freeze all of these tracks, and then I'll export it as a Cakewalk bundle file, and I'll send that over to you, as well as, well, I'll just leave it that way. That way, if you want to export the mix as it stands, you can just simply export it right there on your version of Cakewalk, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, you should be getting an email from me shortly here with your bundle file, and that will be considered to be your free mix and master for this round of the HSS Song Contest. So yet again, congratulations. It was an awesome song. So let's see, resume entries. Awesome. All right, we got one more giveaway happening. If you're up for getting a 30-day membership trial, Connor Cronin, what is up, buddy? Thank you, Herky. I greatly appreciate that. It means a lot coming from you. I always love to hear feedback from individuals, especially whenever it's your music. That's even better. So awesome. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So I hope you had a good time. Hope you learned something. We covered a lot of stuff that we, typically will go through, but we even seen some stuff that we haven't done here on the channel before, such as that, the Parallel FX channel. So hopefully you learned something here today. That is my main goal whenever you guys come here on the channel, is to learn stuff. So remember, there is a free vocal mini course. It's pinned in the chat here if you want to go and check that out. That will automatically get you on my email list as well. So anytime I go live, or I'm going to be, having some special email deals just for email subscribers, you're going to be on that. Also, if I have any upcoming events, I'm always going to be sharing that with my email list, sometimes exclusively because I forget to post it other places. Guys, I need to be able to clone myself, okay? You all, Jurgen, you've already seen it coming. You know where I was headed next, didn't you? Awesome. Awesome. You guys know we can't leave yet, can we? Exactly. I was getting ready to click the button, and then Jurgen posted it. Jeez. Okay. Got a link to the custom plugins. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me grab that real quick. But while we're doing that, you know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's spin the wheel of awesomeness. Well, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗧𝗵𝗲 is sounding more and more like Robert, because he's not doing good at the 𝗧𝗵𝗲 impersonation anymore. Nonetheless, let's spin the wheel and see where it lands. I sound constipated anymore now. I'm trying to do it. Song feature, right on. So for the next drawing that we're going to do, which, by the way, there's 21 seconds left on the previous. When we start the next drawing, that's going to be for a song feature. So that will not be for a 30-day trial membership. That will actually be for a song feature. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗧𝗵𝗲's on the show again. Robert's fired him 5 times and he's back. Ha ha. Yeah, baby. All right, now he's sounding like Austin Powers. I don't know what's going on over here. I can't seem to get the 𝗧𝗵𝗲 voice. I'm not channeling my 𝗧𝗵𝗲 right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Kamikaze Shots has got himself a free month's membership to the HSS VIP membership group. Awesome. So, last but not least, we have one more song feature giveaway. So now, it's the same process as before. Just simply enter in !HSS, and the winner will be able to send me a song that I will then showcase the next time that we go live. Awesome. All right. Well, 𝗧𝗵𝗲's going to head on out of here. What's that, 𝗧𝗵𝗲? You don't want to leave. Well, Okay, well, you kind of have to leave because, I mean, I've got a show to do here. What do you... Casey, what do you... Put that down. Casey, oh! You can't take the... You can't take the microphone. Ugh. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what just happened. Casey went wild. He's running around the studio now with some kind of crazy pillow sheet all over his head, and he's chanting some kind of thing about the great Cornholio. What is that? I don't even know what he's talking about. He's trying to... Hey, quit! Okay, I think I finally got him. I had to call in security. It's getting crazy around here, guys. Well, anyway. All right. Well, I love each and every one of you. Hopefully you all have had a good time here on the show today. We definitely... Robert is off of his meds. Yes. We definitely have had a good time. I know I have. Been great. I am going to go ahead and export this as a bun file. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by and for just generally being awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And if you all have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever you might need, let me know. I would be more than... Oh, wait a minute here. Where's that option? Wait a minute. Export audio. Where's the .bun file, yo? Am I missing something here? Where is the .bun file? Yeah, there should be an option right here for Cakewalk. Anyway, I'll find it here in a minute to export this as a bun file. Oh, wait a minute. Hello. Save as. Really, Robert? Okay. Anywho. All right. So I'm currently saving your bun file, Herky, onto the desktop, and then I will be sending that over shortly for you to relish in. And I don't think that worked. Because that should have taken longer. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I'll be sending that over, and then also, yes, good eye. That is the Donner E piano. Yeah, I'm actually showing. Yes, they sent that over for review. Was very kind of them, and I've been digging it. I really have been. Well, I'm not going to give you all the rundown on it because I will be having a video soon about it. Which we'll kind of talk about all the ins and outs of it. It's an amazing little keyboard, but yeah. So any questions, comments, concerns, if you want anything and you're wondering how do I get that, because obviously I can't post the link here in the chat, just send me an email to 𝗏𝗏studio_simplified@gmail.com. That's all one word, 𝗏𝗏studio_simplified@gmail.com, and I will get those winnings over to you. If you had fun here today, tell other people about it so that they can come back and bring their friends and we can all have a good time together. Also, remember too, there's a free vocal course that you can get your hands on, and if you would like to, head on over to the website and just check out what all it has to offer. In fact, there's a ton of freebies there on the website too, all of which will help you to make better music. So until next time, guys, remember, we can dream alone, we can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for your prayers, by the way. I do feel a lot better. And thank you for just being awesome. So, peace.